journalism is always to seek out truth. You cannot leave everything to AI. Make sure that things are accurate. Your currency is to be reliable. Otherwise, if you lose that, if you're no longer credible, mahihirapan ka. It's pretty hard to go back to where you are. If we're not truthful, how can we convey the truth that we're trying to seek out? A journalist, yung sinusulat mo, is the tongue of the mind for those who cannot speak. Kaya kailangan maging truthful ka rin sa sarili mo.
Good day and welcome to this interview. Happy anniversary to us dito po sa Standard.
Happy anniversary to everyone, to all our co-workers in Manila Standard. Being at 39,
yes, sir.
That signifies a lot for us. 39 means we really have to focus on the path that we have decided to take on. And which is what? Credibility and viability. And 39 means that we have to do away with things that no longer works for us. Yung mga hindi na pwede at luma at hindi na talaga nakikita na pwedeng umunlad tayo sa growth. Let's do away with those things and adapt new things like the new technology that's available to us.
Sir, let's backtrack a little bit because I researched about your life and you spoke about technology, you've emphasized on the need for tech. I wonder, sir, paano po ba kayo nagsimula? Ano mga gamit yung mga machines or tools para po makapagsulat kayo ng balita?
Okay, I was just in a position to see how the landscape is transition to where we are right now.
Yes, sir.
Nung una, lahat yan ay makinilya. Oo, wala pang ang Xerox nung araw eh. When I started out. You really have to research. Hindi ngayon, at one click, everything is almost there. Pwede mo na kagad gamitin. Nung araw, hindi. You really have to interview, you really have to read through a lot of documents, check, double check, and nandiyan pa rin yan. Pero mas madali ngayon pag-research. Kailangan nandun ka at mag-research ka talaga ng gusto to come out with the story that you want to write about. And then, siyempre, telepono.
Telepono.
Pero hindi itong mobile, ha. Ang telepono na kami nung araw, nagda-dial ka pa. Oo, na-dial ka pa. Tapos, ihingi ka pa. May have the one. Hindi ka kagad busy, pero busy. So, mahirap talaga nung araw. But we get by and we're able to do our job as much as we would like to have a better one. But that's what the tool that we got at that time. And then later on, some newspapers have started to adapt the new technology. Ang unang-una rito yung sa word processor. Word processing lang.
Word processing.
Oo. And then, sa typesetting sumunod.
Kaya doon na nauso ng mga 80s kasi may nakita kong video na mga 80s na yon yung ating kakompetensya po, sir, ay gumamit na ng computers na sobrang modern yung newsroom pa nila noon, nung time na yon.
Oo. But remember, yung nung unang-unang mga processors na ganyan, yung IBM yung malalaki. Ang lalaki talaga. I remember correctly, yung telepono, yung mobile mo nung araw, parang walkie-talkie.
Walkie-talkie pa.
Walkie-talkie type pa.
Yung joke pa nga doon, sir, ano yun parang pangkaskas ng yelo.
No, ang laki-laki ng kwan. So, I got that opportunity to see how the technology has transformed the media. So, itong mga bagay na ito should be able for us to adapt into it and use it as much as possible in the work that we are doing.
Sir, I understand that you came from a generation past na po. I think baby boomer po kayo, sir, di ba? I hate to be a bit personal. Pero, sir, given today's times, how do you define technology? Apart from it being an inescapable force. How do you define technology and AI as well?
Well, I would say this is a new baby for us. Lalo-lalo na yung AI. It gives you a lot of leeway to create news.
Yes.
Because kung maski massive data meron ka, lagay mo dyan, they can summarize it.
Yes po.
But then again, you cannot leave everything to AI.
Oh.
You must, you still have to go through that and make sure that things are accurate.
Mm-mm.
Kasi your currency is to be reliable.
Yes.
Otherwise, if you lose that, if you're no longer credible, mahihirapan ka. It's pretty hard to go back to where you are. Kaya sinasabi ko sa atin, ang ating sa Manila Standard, ang ano natin, ang two guideposts natin is to be credible and viable. Kasi kung hindi ka naman viable, paano ka? Will you last into this game?
Pangtulong lang po talaga yung AI for us. Pangtulong lang po talaga.
Ay, hindi. Talagang, it's still you that have to do the hard work.
Oh, yes.
Pantulong mo. You got to use the new tools.
Mm-mm.
It's there eh.
Yes.
Don't deny its advantage.
Yes, sir.
You must use it. Dahil kung hindi naman, iiwanan ka talaga, maiwanan ka.
Yes.
Hindi ka tatagal sa new environment if you are in denial.
Yes.
Kailangan adaptable ka eh.
Mm-mm.
That's why publishers and media owners are starting to look at the ways they do business.
Yes.
It's no longer the business as usual eh.
Yes, sir.
Iba na. Iba na talaga.
Some of my friends outside of the newspaper business are also reliant on AI. Yung tipo bang kada type lang ng konting data sa ChatGPT or any generative AI tool, OpenAI, doon na sila kukuha ng data nila for their assignments and whatnot. Yung ganong klaseng AI, sir. So,
okay. That's cheating, if I may say so. Kasi in journalism, that's plagiarism.
Yes.
Di ba? If we're not truthful, how can we convey the truth that we're trying to seek out?
Yes, sir.
Kasi ang journalism is always to seek out truth.
Yes.
Di ba? A journalist, yung sinusulat mo, is the tongue of the mind for those who cannot speak. Kaya kailangan maging truthful ka rin sa sarili mo.
Yes.
Oo.
Tayo pa rin ang magsusulat.
Siyempre.
Human effort
naman.
pa rin.
Human effort. You cannot displace, ako sa tingin ko, you cannot be displaced. There will be some other profession that AI can really help and but in the end, still the human factor that must come in.
Yes.
To make sure that things are really conform to the truth. And dapat yan may human emotion din eh.
Yes.
Kasi kung hindi naman wala namang human factor diyan, magiging masyadong drab naman yung sinusulat mo and nakuha.
Parang robotic.
Parang kang robot.
Kasi for writers and reporters, meron na kasing codified language yung AI generated na essays
Yes,
kasi mapapansin naman po natin yan sa social media posts sir ngayon, di ba? How is our push na po ba so far? Kamusta na po yung push natin for AI? And when did we start it? When did you start it?
Well, AI recently lang naman yan eh. This So I don't think na yung mga journals dito are really using it a lot, no? Hindi pa. Siguro yung sa to curate, sa pag-analyze ng data,
yes,
it helps a lot. And kasi kung voluminous yan eh. Dati ba, you really overnight you really have to go through a lot of documents. Ngayon hindi, they can summarize it to you. For you.
Yes.
So, yun ang kagandahan ng AI. Kaya lang nga, as I've said, again, kailangan mo pa ring suriin ang lahat ng mga before you publish that. Kasi once you publish and tapos di pala tama, it's pretty hard for you to correct things kasi the damage has been done. Kaya we got also to be careful.
Given that wide scope of technology, I remember meron po kasi tayong another friend from somewhere sa Quezon City na malapit sa isang MRT train station.
Okay.
Na nagpalabas ng kanilang AI news anchors nila at one point. They wanted to try it out then to maximize the use of that particular technology. Given that case kasi sir, marami kasing nagbash pumuna sa particular na move na yon ng stasyon na yon. I wonder sir, katatakutan ko pa ba yon bilang reporter? Katatakutan ba namin yon sa newsroom? Yung power ng AI, given the fact that it has the ability, sabi mo nga, it has the ability to sum up, to generate data. Katatakutan po ba namin yun, sir?
The fear itself is not just to be cautious. You don't have to be afraid of new technology. Nung araw nga ganyan, I will cite the printing press when it was first introduced into this world. It was invented. Everybody was were having doubt about its usefulness.
Yes.
But then again, it liberalized, democratized information. Dati-dati exclusive yung printing na yan, yung information. Ngayon, nung magkaroon ng printing press, ay everybody was a printer. Kaya yung mga libro na dati exclusive lang, hindi nababasa, na-print yan. Iyon ata ang simula ng, well, if I may say so, it was the start of the Enlightenment.
Yes.
Yung Reformation. Kaya di ba? Nagkaroon ng Protestant religion.
Yes.
Kasi yung Bible was now being interpreted by everyone. Kanya-kanyang dati-dati exclusive lang yan sa mga monks and
Yes, sir.
Same thing here. Just be cautious and ensure that as a journalist, you must really check your facts.
Apart from the newsroom, sir, have you inquired sa ibang departments po natin, sir, sa ibang operations po natin on how AI can be maximized, sir? Medyo curious lang po kasi ako.
Ang technology ngayon ay siyempre is adapted into all kinds of aspect ng business.
Yes, sir.
So, very much yan, dito sa atin, magagamit mo yan. Maski sa printing, pwede mong gamitin lahat yan. Oo. So, it all depends on the use that, on the objective of the business or the business that you're in, kung saan mo gagamitin yung AI. Oo. But then again, caution.
Yes.
Caution. You really have to know exactly what you want. Kasi ang AI naman will only answer you prompt.
Yes.
Kaya lang dahil limited pa ang knowledge ng AI, hindi naman lahat nila alam yan, maaaring magkamali. But, if I may say so, sa medicine, marami nang gumagamit yan.
Oh yes, marami na.
Kaya nga, we cannot be isolated from the usefulness ng kwan. May advantage and disadvantage. Ang problema mo lang dito sa AI, dito sa ating profesyon, is that it raises a lot of doubt dahil yung mga ng mga citizen journalists, yung mga social influencer, minsan hindi na nagdo-double check Kaya yan ang nagiging problema. Kasi wala naman silang training as a journalist.
To go over the facts, to review.
Kaya basta sabihin lang kung anong gusto nila sabihin. So, you must be cautious on all these things.
Yes.
Pag narinig mo, double check kung totoo yan o hindi. You verify. Yan ang trabaho natin.
Do you consider people, vloggers, yung mga nagsasabi ko ng mga nangyayari sa mundo, do you consider them as journalists, sir, in your own right?
Well, they're not really journalists per se.
Yes.
But with the new technology, that they help also in disseminating news. Yung nga lang sa atin, sa mga audiences, sa mga readers, they must double check as well.
Yes.
You don't lap it up. Kaya lang, ang nagiging problema, siyempre, kung akong reader, hindi ko naman mag-check lahat yan. So, incumbent sa atin, this is where you separate the boys from the professionals. No?
Yes.
Yung mga journalists talaga, trained sila dyan . Meron silang ethical na sinusunod, ethical code. Ang mga wala freewheeling yan .
Freewheeling.
Una-unahan . Una-unahan. But the speed, sa ating mga journalists, the speed is not our main our strength. Ang ano mo rito is to make sure that what you dish out is factual. Oo, yun ang diferensya natin sa ibang citizen journalist na tinatawag.
Yes. So it still matters. It doesn't matter kung mabilis ka talaga mag-file. Despite of the fact that uso na po kasi ngayon sa panahon natin yung live tweet na okay, magta-tweet tayo kung ano nangyayari as is in place of the videos and photos po, sir. Do you think, sir, na what matters most pa rin ay accuracy, credibility, apart from speed?
Siyempre. But if you can make it really real time, that's much better. But between being rushed and not factual, huminto ka muna. Stop where everybody is rushing.
Yes.
You take a pause and verify.
Yes.
Yun ang kwan mo. But if you can do it, kaya nga, sa first brush pala, kung mag-check muna ka agad yan, unahan talaga Lalo ngayon, real time alos ang gusto ng mga readers. Kung mauna ka, mas maigi mauna ka. But then again, may ethical naman tayong sinusunod. Sa kanila, wala They're not bound by this ethical standard that journalists follow.
Yes.
Wala sila accountability dito. Sa atin kasi as professionals, we will have accountable to what we dish out.
And kung magkamali man tayo, lalabas ng ng revisions, erratum, and etc.
But then again, coming out with erratum doesn't clear you that you made a mistake.
Yes.
Kasi the damage has been done, especially kung masama yung hindi maganda yung nasabi sa subject.
Yes,
So, ang ano pa rin dito is really to double check.
Yes, sir.
But there are new ways also being done now. Merong fact check, di ba?
Yes.
Merong mga grupo na nagdo-double check.
Yes.
So, these are the things that emerge with the new tools that came out now.
Yes, sir. What are you looking forward to now po? Will we see more of this new technology ngayon, now that the Standard is celebrating its 39th year?
Sure. Siyempre, ang ating kung dito is to be here for the long haul. We're not here for tomorrow or the next day.
Yes.
We want to be here and stay relevant for the long haul. We'd like to be part of history ng Manila Standard that once we were able to help to establish the credibility and viability of this paper. That yun ang ating kwan as 39, really to make this company look forward to the next 39 or 40 years or 100 years.
Hopefully, sir.
Hopefully,
sir.
I'm glad that you're the one who interviewed me.
Thank you,
a young guy. We, the old ones, really have to give way to the young ones.
Yes po, sir.
Sooner or later, young ones will have to take over our place. And it's good that you're starting on a clear path and you are with us. And I hope in the future you'll be able to help a lot in making Manila Standard viable and credible.
Yes po, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Any last words po, sir, on how should we approach this new technology, AI? How should we reporters approach this?
Kailangan magiging open-minded. We cannot close our eyes to what's going around already. Nandyan na yan, and we have seen that a lot of benefits have been derived from the new technology, AI, whatever, and one. Of course, there'll be jobs that will be replaced or have been replaced already by this new technology. But that doesn't stop the world from developing new tools for us to be able to move forward easier and profitable. Let's be open-minded. Let's adapt what's good and let's discard what's not good. Things will always evolve. Nothing in this world will remain as is.
Yes.
Everything is replaceable.
Yes, sir.
No one is irreplaceable.
Yes.
So lahat tayo mapapalitan dito and kuan. And having been here in this world for quite some time,
Yes.
I would say that we have developed into a better world. Meron mga problema, but the modernization of living and the new ways we do things really tremendously significantly have level up to a new world. So maganda. Maraming problema. Merong mga gera and kuhan, but this is part and parcel of living.
Yes.
So we just simply have to move forward. We should not be discouraged with all this negativity.
Yes.
As 39, as I've said, 39 symbolizes that we should leave all those that's no longer useful to us. We should drop all this negativity,
Yes.
and we should be moving forward with positive in our mind.
So we should say goodbye to fear.
Yes.
That's it. That's it for us today, Sir Rolly. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time,
Salamat.
sir.
Salamat.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Po.